This is the Isinwheel U1 mini electric bike, and honestly when I first saw it, my initial thought was just how compact and cute this thing looks. If you're exploring electric bikes for shorter commutes, apartment living, or as a fun, practical gift for a teenager or young adult, I think you'll want to check this quick review out. The U1 Mini immediately stands out with its small frame and modern, minimalist design. Seeing it in person, the 14-inch wheels might sound tiny, but they actually give the bike a pretty agile look. It doesn't try to look extra sporty or flashy. It just looks neat, practical, and urban. There's a built-in basket, which is super convenient. The white color makes it look clean and fresh, and it's definitely an eye-catcher for those who like a bit of city style. For me, the foldable feature is a really smart move. The whole handlebar folds down, the pedals tuck in, and the seat adjusts up and down. Honestly, you can store this bike almost anywhere. If you've got limited space or you want to ride, you can keep in your car trunk, garage, or even an apartment hallway. This design really works. The very first time I picked the U1 up, I was surprised. It's definitely not feather light. You can tell it's sturdy and made mostly out of carbon steel. It's not something I'd want to carry up 4 flights of stairs every day. But for rolling in and out of apartment lobbies or loading into a car, it's fine. The digital display is easy to read and has everything you really need: speed, battery level, trip history. The extra USB port is a thoughtful add-on too, letting you charge your phone if you get stuck somewhere. Here's what using it is like. I got this bike because I wanted something to help with short city errands and also, honestly, for my nephew to have a blast riding around the neighborhood. Assembling it took about 30 minutes. Out of the box, you still have to pop the handlebar on, attach the front wheel, pedals, and adjust the seat, but it's not complicated. If you're brand new to bikes, you might need to check YouTube or the manual for a step or two, but there's nothing too confusing. Riding it is super straightforward. If you're used to regular bikes but new to electric ones, the biggest difference is really just how quickly the motor kicks in. The U1 Mini's 500-watt motor isn't monstrous, but it accelerates much faster than I expected. You can use 3 riding modes: full electric, where you don't need to pedal at all, pedal assist, where the motor helps as you pedal, and normal bike mode, if you want the classic biking workout. That flexibility really matters, especially if your battery starts running low. It tops out at about 18 to 20 miles per hour, which feels fast enough for commuting or zipping around urban neighborhoods, but not so fast that you feel unsafe. One thing I was unsure about at first was how the bike would handle bumps and potholes, especially with the small wheels, but the center suspension actually does a great job. My city has plenty of rough roads, and it definitely absorbs a good bit of shock. The seat is more comfortable than it looks, pretty cushy even for longer rides, and I like how adjustable the seat and handlebar heights are. I'm about 5'7", and my nephew is 5'2", and we could both tweak it to fit just right. The dual disc brakes are also solid, offering reliable stops even when riding in the rain or at night. Speaking of night, the front and rear lights are bright enough to feel safe heading home when it gets dark. It even feels a bit like a scooter, just with pedals if you want them. I'd say the most important and honestly my favorite feature is the portability. Living in an apartment, space is always tight and bikes can be a pain. The way this bike folds up, I can fit it behind my door or in my car without any trouble. It's also nice that the battery is hidden inside the main frame, which not only makes it look cleaner, but protects it from rain or accidental knocks. You can expect around 20 to 25 miles on a single charge, more if you're mostly on pedal assist. For daily errands, commutes under an hour, or rides for fun, that range is more than enough. Charging only takes about 3 to 4 hours with the fast charger, so if you plug it in during lunch or while at work, you're set. Another thing I love is the freedom the bike gives, especially for teens or young adults who don't have a driver's license yet, but still want safe, speedy mobility. It's reassuring to know the bike is all certified for electric safety. Also, that feeling of having a bit of help going up a minor hill is something I never get tired of. The intelligent uphill assist isn't magic, but it means I don't have to hop off and push, which is a real bonus. If I had to choose one area that could use improvement though, it's the weight. At about 45 to 50 pounds, it's not light, especially for a mini bike. If you're on the petite side or need to go up and down stairs daily, it can be a workout. I manage fine, but it's not super convenient if you're carrying groceries at the same time. The wiring could be tidier too. Some wires are visible, and while I haven't had any trouble, it does take away from that nice clean look. That said, it doesn't really affect the ride. Battery range is another point to consider. If you plan on using the U1 Mini for long recreational rides or going way across town, you'll probably need to recharge more often than with bigger bikes. 20-something miles is enough for city life and daily rides to class or downtown, but if you forget to plug it in, you'll be left pedaling home without the power boost, which is more effort on a heavier bike like this. For hills, the Smart Assist helps a lot, but on really steep slopes, it does struggle a bit. You still have to put in some pedal effort, especially if you're bigger or carrying a full backpack. On regular city hills or driveways, it's perfectly fine, but if your daily route has a ton of steep climbs, you might want something with more power or gears. In my experience, assembly was manageable, and I haven't had to do much maintenance other than pumping the tires and keeping the battery charged. The pedals are okay, though not the grippiest. You might want to wear sneakers, not sandals, but I think that's pretty typical for these mini-city e-bikes. My nephew has been loving the rides, and honestly, it's been hard to get him off it. For young riders, I just say be sure to get a good helmet and follow the usual biking safety rules. Customer service actually matters a lot for electric bikes because things can go wrong. I've seen reports about some slow responses from the brand when it comes to ordering replacement keys or handling rare defects, so that's something to keep in mind. I didn't have any issues during my setup and first few weeks, but it's worth being aware of just in case. From my experience, I'd recommend this for teens and adults who want a simple, reliable way to get around town or campus, or for parents looking for a cool, practical gift. It hits that sweet spot for price and features, especially compared to way more expensive brands. The U1 Mini lets you get all the core benefits of an electric bike without going overboard with cost or complexity. In conclusion, the Isinwheel U1 Mini electric bike with basket is a solid option if you need a compact, reliable, and fun electric ride. The folding design, comfortable seat, solid brakes, and fast accelerating motor make it great for city living and everyday errands. Yes, the bike is on the heavier side and the range isn't marathon length, but for short trips, grocery runs, or rides to classes, I think it really shines. If you decide to try it out, let me know what you think. If you found this quick review helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more real-life product reviews and leave a comment below if you have questions or want to share your experience. Thank you for watching.